All right, next let's kick it all down to Rocky Top. Again, man, the theme here, big games here for some of these coaches. Sam Pittman there at Arkansas facing Texas. Now Josh Heupel getting Pitt at home after, an up and down performance there on Thursday after going back and rewatching that Tennessee game. I'm not as worried as I was at the time. It's very easy to sit here and say, but a penalty here or there really killed the drive. An overthrow there, a drop pass here. That just really halted any opportunity Tennessee had to carry that momentum they had in the first quarter against Bowling Green into the second. And it really is that simple because they only touched the ball, I think, 5-6 plays in the second quarter. And when two of them are penalties, that's 20 yards of penalty. I'm talking on one possession, on a big drop that would have got you a first down, another overthrow that would have been an easy touchdown. I mean, these are plays that are out there to be made, and it's not as simple as flipping a switch. I understand that, but if these minor corrections can be made, again, these fireworks would have been everything we were anticipating from this Josh Heupel offense in the opener against Bowling Green. So a lot to work on here going up against a Pitt team led by Pat Narduzzi, known for his defense. And I was unaware that Josh Heupel had faced Narduzzi previously, but apparently he has. So that's something to consider. The chess match there between the two head coaches that respectively call plays on their side of the ball going head-to-head. That's going to be one of the biggest matchups in the SEC this week, determining the outcome of this game, with Pitt being a slight favorite on the road in Neyland Stadium. You got to think that Rocky Top, this is going to be, the crowd. I thought it was pretty solid for Bowling Green, considering it was a Thursday night opener, but you got to anticipate it's going to be a lot more fans on Saturday with all that's on the line for Josh Heupel and company this week 2. So, good news. It sounds like Cade Mays is going to be all right, the center. That really seemed to halt Tennessee's momentum as well in the opener. Jimmy Callaway will play, according to Josh Heupel. So there's your receiver. You're getting a little added firepower there. But let's kick it over to Josh Heupel, who talks about the lack of execution there in the second half of the opener and what they're working on to get that corrected, and on facing a Pat Narduzzi defense.
Two things. Do you have an update on Cooper Mays' availability? And then also, when you looked at the tape, how did you evaluate Ollie there at guard and then Jerome sliding over to center?
Yeah, Cooper's in the building today, moving around. As the week unfolds, we'll continue to get a better feel if he'll be at 100% for kickoff. I thought Jerome sliding over, obviously the holding calls, but other than that, executed and performed at a really high level inside. Did a great job of communication, getting everybody on the same page.
News. You talked about things that are correctable in the passing game from every position. How common is that when you're putting in a new system, a few new wideouts, a new quarterback? How common in your experience is that you need?
Yeah, you don't want it to be that way. You want to go out and execute. The second half of that ball game's probably as poorly as we've executed since we started training camp. Somebody asked that question after the ball game. Didn't want to answer that before. For whatever reason, we can get back and execute the way we did early in the football game.
Yeah, Coach, you've played against Pat Narduzzi's defenses before. But what is the challenge going against them? And then specifically for your receivers, how physical do they have to be this week, considering what Pitt typically does in the secondary?
Yeah, you're going to see a bunch of man press, based out of the quarters, but they'll play multiple coverages out of it. They're a well-coached team in all three phases of the game. They're going to be tough and physical. That's out on the perimeter. That's inside the core too. And so you got to be tough. You got to be have strain. You got to play with a physical presence. That's going to be important for us out on the perimeter. It'll be true for the guys in the core too.
How would you rate your wide receivers' physicality through camp and through the first game?
Yeah, those guys are tough, physical. We put them in those situations every single day. I anticipate them to play with a great competitive edge on Saturday afternoon.